US markets, what have they been doing? What should we be expecting from the handover that we're getting from the global market?
Right, let me quickly take you through what the US markets did last night. And the US market capped off another positive session on hopes of Fed skipping rate hikes. The S&P 500 and Nasdaq each notched their highest close since April 2022. And the Dow Jones added 189 points, or roughly 0.5%, and the S&P 500 jumped almost 1%, and the Nasdaq was up 1.5%. Now let's see what led to this rally then. And Oracle shares jumped 4% in extended trading after earnings beat estimates. According to the CME Group's Fed Watch tool, 78% of traders are betting on a rate hike pause, and Apple shares closed at an all-time high at $183.7 a share. And Tesla shares rose for the 12th straight day to notch its longest winning streak on record. Now let's quickly look at stock futures then, and they're flat ahead of the key May CPI data report. And on a yearly basis, economists expect a 4% jump in inflation. Now the inflation's annual outlook marked a 2-year low in the latest New York Fed survey. Also shifting focus to the European markets now, and they closed slightly higher Monday as investors prepared for a week of major central bank meetings in the US, Asia as well as Europe. DAX was up almost 1%, FTSE up 0.1%, with most sectors in the positive territory. And in the European markets, auto stocks led the gains, roughly 1.4% higher, and the stock 600 was up 0.1% as well. But Vinny, this is how the global handover looked like. Can you run us through a list of what the commodities did and also highlight what the crude did last night?
Absolutely. First, let's talk about the crude, because crude actually fell as much as 4% overnight. But this morning, it's managing to come back to those gains. We'll be having the Fed rate decision as well, so which is an important factor that we're keeping an eye out on. And obviously some recoveries on the ground of the previous day's plunge also. It had 4% fall, so obviously we will see some bit of an up move, at least flattish or whatever. It's up almost as of now. Terms 0.03% is what Brent crude oil is up by, and WTI crude oil is also up by almost 0.1% in trade. Brent crude oil is trading below that around that $72 per barrel mark as of now when you look at it, while WTI crude oil is down almost below that $70 per barrel mark as well. Let's keep an eye out on the Fed monetary policy decision that will be coming in. That's going to be important to watch out for as well. And obviously oil prices face the downside, because what happened was China was in terms of the economic recovery, that has not been as expected in terms of lines, and China is among the top consumers for crude oil, and that is the main reason that we've always seen a fall coming in most of the crude oil prices as of now in the recent times. But keeping an eye out on what happens to crude oil prices going forward as well. When you look at gold prices, what are they doing? Gold prices are up and comfortably trading around the $1,971 per ounce mark as well. Obviously, we saw a bit of an easing coming in on that front overnight because of the Fed rate decision that we'll be watching out for. But as of now, trading with gains of 0.1% in trade. So yes, everyone's keeping an eye out on that big Fed rate decision.